Mostly my father, man. And then my grandmother was a tough loss. And I learned really with that, and everybody lost somebody, but I learned with that I'm horrible at grieving. I don't do well with that. And I learned later on in therapy it's because of how I internalized my father's loss. I had so much meaning I put to it as far as like what that means for me. Like, I'm not worth calling. I'm not worth checking on. I'm not worth doing the right thing so you don't have to be taken from me.
Yeah.
And then my mama, she had a thing that she would do from I'd say up to about age 7, where she would tuck me in and say, "Good night, Mr. B," because Bud was my nickname. And then mama got a boyfriend one time and she stopped. And for me, I mean, it was as dramatic, I guess, but I said, "Oh, she don't love me like that anymore."
Well, Derrick Jaxn's at it again. He did his interview on the Dear Wifey podcast. We remember that his ex-wife, Danae, was on there some months ago telling her truth. And hearing Derrick Jaxn talk in the video that just showed, he doesn't sound like the Derrick Jaxn that we heard in the car, you know, confident with his chin up in the air, chest out, talking about women and how men should treat women and all these different things. What you heard was a boy disguised in a man that's never got over the pain of his past. That's what you're hearing. But he was able to get a following and have loads of women follow him and make millions of dollars, while at the same time was never living up to the stuff that he was talking about. But then again, he was married to Danae, and Danae is weird as well. Let's check out Danae and what some of the things that she was saying when Derrick Jaxn was being outed. She came online and was saying a whole bunch of weird stuff. She also said a bunch of weird stuff when she came onto this podcast. So both of them are like crazy. But let's check out Danae and we'll come right back.
Vomit yourself out now in the name of Jesus. Gotta hit this shit, but 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 gotta hit this shit, gotta hit this shit, but gotta. You demons of mind control, mind blockage, depression.
So as you can see, with all the stuff that he had going on, he was driving this young lady crazy. But then we hear that this young woman was raped before in college. You know, they were going through a whole bunch of stuff, but he was in the car. He was in his car making a whole bunch of videos, but the whole time that we know now that he was talking to us about his own marriage. But I keep telling you guys are following a bunch of people online that they could just be anybody. You know, this guy was making videos about men cheating and women, telling women their worth and all these different things. He was just going in, a lot of people was eating this stuff up, right? But nobody was really looking into the man's own life to see who it is that you're actually following. Nobody was doing that. But he tells the story about his cheating in college, about his rejection. And let's listen to him tell a story about his cheating in college and his rejection. Then I'll come back and I'll give more remarks.
Again, that's kind of whenever she found out through the videos and stuff like that. Now, how she told me she found out, I'm not sure exactly if this is it, but she went and got a new phone. It was logged into my Google Cloud because we haven't logged into each other's email, and that allowed her to see everything. And I'm like, again, I'm kind of freaky. So I was recording a lot of stuff. Yeah, I was just recording a lot of stuff. I like to see it or whatever. I like that better than porn, you know, TMI. But
you say you like to see yourself.
I like to see myself. I'm inspired by me in that regard. So she saw all of that. And regardless of how she found it, man, I just was like, it's like, what the F am I thinking? She's pregnant and she had to see. No, and I felt rejected. Like, why you don't want to kiss me? Will my breath stink or something like that? So we would have, and not only was she shut down then, it would be tension. It would be almost hostile. So again, this wasn't until about a month and a half, 2 months in, where it was like, now it's back-to-back things. Now I come up on the kiss her and she like kind of pushing away. She can't stay far enough away from me. She's kind of mean towards me. And it's kind of a flip side. And I didn't know part of what I was feeling didn't have nothing to do with the relationship. It was much deeper. But I remember like, man, my breath getting short. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I ain't never been so sensitive to rejection because we all get rejected. But this the first time I felt that. And what felt safer was to go out and at least have friendships with other girls. Just the conversation felt like receptiveness, like acceptance again. Mm-hmm. But those loose boundaries turned into no boundaries. So, you know, if we continued to clash and she continued to pull away or what have you, and I'm not getting no answers or whatever, especially in my prideful state, I'm thinking, man, she got me effed up. So I'm over here doing the right thing and she over here acting like I ain't nothing. So now there's a party tonight or there's a girl on campus and then she got her own dorm room. And that's whenever I started messing around.
And this is all funny because this guy has videos with titles like "Why You Struggle, Let Him Go," "A Confused Man Can't Love You," "The Key Isn't Communication, It's a Person Who Cares," "Why You Attract Broken Men." Oh my God, this dude was just, man, this dude was, he was playing women all the way to the bank. 6 signs he's not there he's there to waste your time. I mean, and the whole time, a lot of men was trying to warn women, right? Was trying to warn them. The real reason she stopped texting you back. 7 signs you're always on his mind. He was just, oh my God, I'm talking about 200,000 views, 274,000 views. The part he left out about his ex. Man, he was talking about himself the whole time. He was talking about himself the whole time. The guy is just a certified serial cheater. You can't change his character. We sure can't change your character, Derrick. You know why we can't change your character? Because after you came on here and then you embarrassed your wife, you went right back out there and started screwing this IG model and got exposed again. Let's check that out.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to What the Hell Reactions. Now, have you heard the news? Derrick Jaxn has been spotted out with a new woman. Now, let me tell you, Tasha K has been on this man's ass since I can't remember. Now, if you recall, just a couple of weeks ago, his wife came out cursing anyone who had anything negative to say about her marriage. And then just recently, he was spotted out with another woman in public. And I thought that was mighty suspicious. But Tasha K broke this on her YouTube channel just yesterday. After Tasha K broke the news to the world, Derrick Jaxn announced his separation and divorce from his wife. I think all those times he was making those videos, it's like he was making it for his wife specifically. Guys, I can't wait to see how the rest of this unfolds. If his wife comes out and says anything, I have a feeling in my gut that she will. Now, what she's gonna say, I have no idea. But Derrick is out here living his best life, and his new girlfriend has now deleted her Instagram page. Stay tuned for more, because you know I will. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
The sad part about this situation is this guy was caught cheating multiple times on his wife. He went on the TV, he embarrassed his wife all over social media. He did all these things. But a lot of you women, you came on to social media just so you can get your pick. You already knew that this guy was no good, but it didn't matter because you wasn't listening to nothing he was saying. You was looking at this man. You was looking at his body. You wanted to sleep with this man. What he did was show you that there's no such thing as a sisterhood. All these women knew he was married. They knew what he was about. He didn't lie to you. And y'all still was screwing him, going into his house. When this guy got exposed, he still had women. He still was screwing women. Women wasn't really holding this man accountable because they never really cared about what he was talking about. And this is the thing in our community when we talk about casual sex. What he did was peep the weakness in the game, and he exploited it. One mistake good women make in choosing men. If he won't invest in you, then he doesn't value you. He was telling you what you wanted to hear, and a lot of y'all ate it right up, but a lot of y'all didn't give a damn. You just couldn't wait to come sleep with the man. He's not too busy. He just doesn't respect you. These are all the titles of his stuff. Don't wait till he's in love. How to know for sure he'll regret losing you. He's not mature enough to handle you. She can't bring peace to confusion. But he was already, in telling the story, he was already a confused baby. And he was hurt people. He was exploiting y'all. The type of woman men are not intimidated by. This was a joke. This guy made millions of dollars. And this is what happens when I tell you. You have people that's been successfully married for over 18, 20 years. That can't come online and talk to y'all and get a fine one. Y'all don't want to hear nothing that people like us got to say. But a guy like this can come and show some muscle, show a little bit of his stomach, man, tell you what you want to hear, and be a straight up charlatan and get a large following of women. That's all they got to do. And then come on here and basically blame his wife's behavior for his actions. Because that's all he did. Why women 40 and up are the best to date, in my humble opinion. I mean, I got to cut it short. Wait, 3 signs he likes you, but he's nervous. 1 reason you can't get over them. Beware of ghost texters. How to stop being taken for granted. Proof that you are being taken for granted. 3 biggest mistakes people make after the breakup. Oh my God, man. He was talking about him and his wife the whole time. But I'm going to cut the video short here, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.